Hey there everyone! Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing some of my current builds for dual blades. Before I begin, I just want to share that these builds are not at its most optimal state because of my current talismans. I also made these based on my playstyle, which is more of team play, since I prefer playing with my friends. These aren't speedrunner builds, but it should still get you some good damage. So let's begin. Before we continue, in case you might be looking for a raw build, you might want to check my Insect Glaive build since the base will be similar to that. For the dual blade. So let's begin with the elemental builds. For elemental builds, I tried my best to fit in weapons with already built-in affinity and not the ones with the respective highest element stat. This way, I have a higher chance to proc my crit element skill in my build. So before I continue, let me show my dual blades of choice. First is the Blizzarioth for Ice, which has 20 affinity. Twin Flames for Fire with 0 affinity. Morning Dawn for Water with 10% affinity. Shock Blades for Thunder with 10% affinity. Fortis Grand for Dragon with 15 affinity. So let's go over the version 1 of my build. For this one, you will need at least a Razor Sharp 2 talisman. The better the level or more slots you have, the better. For the headgear, we're using Zinogre S. For the chest, we're using Zinogre S. For the arm piece, we're using Barioth S. For the waist, we're using Remobra S. And for the footgear, we're using Golden Hakama. The talisman I'm using is Razor Sharp 2 with 1 level 1 slot. You will need these decorations. 5 of the respective element you're using, 1 crit element, 3 speed sharpening, and 1 flinch free. So this set gives you your respective element at level 5, latent power 3, crit element 3, speed sharpening 3, crit boost 2, weakness exploit 2, razor sharp 2, and crit eye 1. So this roughly gives you an additional 65% affinity at the right conditions. So let's go over my second build. For this one, you will need at least a weakness exploit talisman. The better the level or the more slots you have, the more options you will have. For the headgear, we're using Zinogre S. For the chest, we're using Almudron S. For the arm piece, we're using Golden Cote. For the waist, we're using Remobra S. And for the footgear, we're using Golden Hakama. So the talisman I'm using is Weakness Exploit 2. You will need these decorations. 5 of the respective element you're using, 1 crit element, and 3 speed sharpening. This gives you your respective element at level 5, latent power 3, crit element 3, speed sharpening 3, crit boost 2, weakness exploit 3, razor sharp 2, and power prolonger 1. This build should give you additional 80% affinity at the right conditions. So if you like my builds and want to see more, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time and catch you on my next hunts.